What's up, guys? So I've been riding for about 5 minutes now, but we got the Varla Pegasus here. I don't know, I'll do like a semi review, you know. I mean, I guess the things that people haven't covered on YouTube, because a lot of people just review them right out the box, and to me that's not really a review, you know, because it's more of a first impression. Because reviews are, you're supposed to kind of test them out, have them for a little while, a couple hours, a couple miles on them, and then give us your thoughts and stuff, right? But I love this thing. I'm coming from a Turbo Ant X7. Check them out, man. I obviously not associated with them, just starting up YouTube, you know. But I really like that scooter a lot. I actually got two. I have two Turbo Ants and two Pegasus, two Varlas as well. The Turbo Ants were amazing. I loved them. They had a decent range, and I'm a bigger rider as well, you know. I like this view, so I like to stop here whenever I ride along for a bit, you know. It's really nice out here. But this thing, I love the screen. It's huge. I've heard it comes, well, it's supposed to be an e-bike monitor screen. But as you can see, almost 300 miles, 260 on it. Tells you mileage, odometer, your trip. I turned it off back there and started recording because I thought I was recording earlier, but apparently I wasn't, you know. Oh, your current, press this button, the M, RPMs don't work, but I don't know why you would need to know that. Your time that you've been on, mileage, again, voltage. This has 259 miles on it, and dang, give me a sec. My dad's calling me. ¿Qué pasó, pa? ¿A poco? Pues qué bueno que se encontró ahorita también. Ahora pues. Sale, ahí me hablas. Bye. Sorry, that was quick. I guess we'll leave it in, whatever. Yeah, but this thing's nice, full battery. I've gotten close to 20 miles on this thing, which is pretty impressive for my weight. I'm a bigger rider. I'm 210, just under 210. And this has served me well. Suspension is great. Oh, I mean, yeah, the tires are definitely something to get used to because they're solid tires, right? They're solid tires, so they're not really, they don't have as much traction as pneumatic tires. But it's all right. Like in soft sand, obviously, I mean, well, not like compacted wet sand like this right here. It could slip for sure, because it kind of like cuts through it. It doesn't really like lay over it, you know. But we got this short trail. We'll see if we go all the way down or not, but it should. This is about 4 miles from my house one way, and obviously 4 miles back if I come the same way, which I usually do. But yeah, this trail's pretty cool, pretty nice. Especially, well, it was nicer when the leaves were changing colors and stuff, and there was still leaves on the trees, but now all the leaves are on the floor. It's a chilly day. It's about 42 degrees ish. There's not a lot of wind, which is really good. Still chilly out though, for sure. but I'm semi-prepared, so people don't usually wait for you there. Also, shout out to this garden. I mean, it's fall, but it's always beautiful in the summer. Gotta check it out in the spring. Haven't yet. So yeah, this has 3 modes. 1, 2, and 3 gears, I guess, speeds. First speed tops off at about 12 miles an hour. And gear 2 tops out at about 20 miles an hour. And this is rated to 28 miles an hour, which it could do. Look at that, almost 29 supposedly. I haven't really tested it with a GPS or anything, which I should, but I'm happy with it. Like I said, I had the turbo end. The top speed of that was 20 and it felt pretty fast. I got it up to like 27 downhill once, which was pretty fun, pretty cool, kind of scary. But yeah, this could do 28 easy. But yeah, it does drop down quite some on the top speed. Like once you're at about like 75%, no one stops for you ever. You always have to press the button, but whatever. Once you get to about like 75 miles an hour or so, your top speed then goes to 24, which I get, it's still not bad, you know, for what it is, for the price and stuff. Can't complain. But this thing is pretty neat. I'd like to get a bigger scooter one day. I mean, like I said, I had the 2 turbo ends. I bought 2 turbo ends in early spring, in March, I believe. And I got these like mid-October maybe. And right now it's about to be mid-December. So it looks like we are gonna take it the whole way because I'm going pretty quick. But yeah, I like this thing a lot. And I don't like how, well, I do and I don't, like the battery status. It's kind of like live, I guess, like at the moment. Or the battery lag. I've heard people call it a battery lag. It's bad. Drive through a couple bridges, which is a nice view always, but the battery lag is crazy. Look, see, it's full now. If I give it throttle all the way, going down, but whatever, like you learn it, you know how it goes and stuff. Yeah, this breeze is definitely hidden. But it's cold. It's cold. I have a face mask still, which is good. Very helpful. Sometimes you get to see deer over here, which is super neat. I mean, there's another trail, it's about 15 miles, that I can easily do with this scooter. And the X7, actually, the turbo end, you can do it with a lighter rider for sure. This is claimed for 30-mile range as well. Like I said, I've gone close to 20 miles. 20 miles of riding with this thing. See, like mud like this, these wheels are not good. But I've gone close to 20 miles of riding. Like I said, sometimes you can see deer over here. We're gonna go all the way down. There's gonna be a really cool river-ish over there with a bridge. Half a bridge. Kind of a bridge. Yeah, sometimes there's deer here. Just go slow. Especially this kind of pavement, or this kind of off-road. It's terrible. Or, well, it's not terrible, like, it's pretty bad actually with these tires. pretty bad. The worst you can get. Oh, there's a biker coming. Yeah, it's traction is not very good. It's so bumpy. So bumpy. But obviously the perk and the best pro of having solid tires is that you'll never get a flat. So obviously that's a really good thing, because I actually got a flat on my X7 earlier this year, and it sucked because I had to walk back home. See, those areas of road are not good, especially this loose gravel like right there. Oh yeah, you see those dents, I'm pretty sure. I hope. Pretty good camera. Oh god. Ah. See? Not good in loose gravel, but whatever. It's beautiful out here. Oh, I guess, let's see, maybe talk about it right out the box. Since it's already out there, I could talk about it myself. But steering is extremely stiff out the box, 100%. It's actually so stiff that, like, my first couple of rides, my arm was sore from riding those couple times because of how stiff it was, and it was pretty hard to turn. Almost scary that like you couldn't turn that easily. But yeah, look, this kickstand sucks too. It's so tiny, you can't. Oh wow, I got it with my foot that time, but you usually can't get it with your foot, so you have to do it with your hand, go down and grab it. But there's a lot of trails around here, lots and lots of trails, but it's kind of chilly. Well, not really, I guess I can manage, so I might do the whole thing. It's 3:12. Oh, let's see how long I've been riding for. It's plus 5 minutes because I turned it off back there when I started recording. I've been riding for almost 20 minutes, I guess. I don't know, we can keep going a little bit, or I haven't really explored down there. I'd like to do that, but it's also wet and this thing is heavy. I could probably go down a little bit further and then just come back. I could do, yeah. But these solid tires, I mean, they don't even have 300 miles on them. The little plastic teats that it had at the end are obviously worn down, but yeah, I mean, I don't know, tires aren't bad. Let's keep riding a bit. This terrain though, this terrain is definitely the worst to ride in. I mean, it's a beast for sure. This thing's a beast, don't get me wrong. I think this way was not a good way to go, but we'll take it anyways. It's pretty steep here, but pretty steep, and I'm surprised on how much torque this thing has. I think it's dual 500 watt motors, but I think peak power is 1600. I'm assuming for both, so peak wattage per motor is 800, which is, I mean, it's well, the peak is a lot, yeah. I mean, I guess they're pretty decent motors. I mean, my X7 had a single front mounted motor, and it was 450 watts, I believe, maybe 350, but I think it was 450, and it took me up some hills for sure. Not very fast, but it did it. And if not, I'd just give it a little kick and it would continue. I mean, it would keep going, no problem. There's some other cool areas over here. a lot of naked trees since I don't think we've hit winter yet, right? Like technically, I know we're in December, but suspension wise, well, I had like I said, I bought two. This is the first one I opened. This one has more mileage than my other one. This was definitely a lot harder to like break in than the other Varla that I have. This one took me just over 100 miles to like fully break in, and now at almost at like 250 miles it has the steering dampener that supposedly it has is like not there anymore. It's very loose. Steering is extremely loose now. I mean, extremely compared to before, to straight out the box. But I wish it would have stayed a bit stiffer than it is now, because it's pretty loose, and at high speeds it's definitely kind of scary. I mean you're not as confident with the steering and stuff, you know. It's a bit worrisome. We're going under, I forgot what street this is. I always forget. That's the highway though. I forget what street that is. Look, this is not that steep. I don't know, maybe 10-15 grade, but no problem. Also, acceleration on this thing, it's not crazy, but it's there. And especially like me coming from a single motor scooter, and then haul stuff around if needed. I don't have enough memory to keep going actually, so I've got to upload some other random videos to clear. But it's a pretty big map of the area, and I don't think it goes all the way. Chicago, yeah, it like kind of loops around ish. Well, no, it's kind of a straight line, but it goes through a lot of suburbs for sure. It goes way up north to Glencoe as well. But I don't know if I should keep going. Well, let's keep going just a bit, see where we get. But yeah, this scooter is nice. People have also mentioned the brakes, that they're not the best brakes, and I mean, I kind of agree to that. I mean, they're not the worst, but I guess it could have better brakes. These are mechanical. Well, I mean, top speed is 28, so I mean, as long as you're careful and like you know what you're doing, you know, because this thing is pretty heavy. It's what, 66 pounds they say? It's 66 pounds, and with you, the rider, that's a lot to stop, a lot of pounds to stop, especially with such tiny brake pads and brake rotors. But man, we haven't seen any deer. But it's getting time to adjust my brakes, at least my front ones. On this scooter, I use my front ones more than my rears, as you can see. Let me show you. Maybe this is my front on the left. It goes almost all the way to the handle. This one stops right there, about an inch or so. I need to adjust my front ones because they are loose or worn out. But it was awesome because ordering these, you get like a free little kit box thing that comes with a lock. Oh, the metro, Amtrak. I've never seen it pass through here. Oh, that bump. Oh, sweet. Oh, God. 300 miles. I don't think it's bad time to adjust them, especially the rear ones are still going. On my other one, the rear ones, I kind of broke them in more than my front, so on the other ones I have to adjust my rear. But yeah, this is a pretty cool bridge. I always like standing here and checking it out. I've never seen the Amtrak pass by, and I just did. And I've been here a handful of times. I haven't really tested this in like super cold weather, and I don't know if I ever will, just because it's gonna be cold. And yeah, like it gets pretty bad, especially with your hands and stuff. I need to find some decent gloves, like some windproof gloves or something that'll help with the cold. And like they've got to be maneuverable, you know, or like thin or something, not as bulky, because it's difficult to ride with big gloves, especially if I have to brake or accelerate and stuff like that. I really want to go on those little off-road trails, but it might be wet, and I don't want to do that. Yeah, we're pretty far in. About 4 miles. Yeah, we've definitely done 6. We're almost halfway through this little trail thing. I guess I should probably get going back. There's another little bridge there that I like as well. We can get on it and come back. I don't know if I'll test it in really cold weather, just because it's gonna be super cold. And I know Ginger on Wheels has created like a lot of reviews out there, and a lot of scooters he has reviewed and looked at and ridden and stuff. And I've seen he's ridden in snow too, which is just pretty crazy. I mean, these things are, I mean, you have to have the right tires for sure. For sure. I don't know if I'd do that. I might try it out, but I don't know. Yeah, but I don't see much effect above 32 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't see much effect on the battery life. I'm assuming it'll definitely start affecting it below 32 degrees. But yeah, I'm content, very content with this. Yeah, and it came with what, like I said, extra brake pads. I think 2 pairs of brake pads, a lock, which was really cool, and I feel like a couple other things that I can't remember. I mean, I haven't done much to it myself. I do have a backpack that I usually ride with. I don't have it today because I didn't think I was going to be going this far or be needing anything. But I probably should have brought it. But we're on our way back. Everything's fine. It came with a belt. Its own belt. Throttle. The throttle's definitely kind of jerky, I feel like. At least when you first get used to it, and if you haven't ridden a dual motor scooter before, or even a scooter at all, because even my X7, which has much less power than this, was it was fun at first. Like, you felt like you were going super fast, because, well, it was like nothing I've ever ridden before, you know? It's like a scooter that takes off with you. That's pretty cool. Or that's pretty, it's different. It's a different feeling than just kicking a scooter. The thing that I don't like, I feel like it turns off very quickly, like maybe 5 minutes. Wow, and look, I still have full battery, and I rode over 6 miles, about 8 now. Suspension is good. I like it. It's not bad. Oh, what I do hate is this headlight. I think on this scooter, yeah, it's decent. But on the other Pegasus that I have, it's garbage. Absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. And I put this one, but the stem is kind of angled back a little bit. As you could see, maybe like 10, 20 degrees. And so it kind of shines up, you know? Very much so. And it doesn't really illuminate the ground, but I'm trying to get headlights. But I don't know, Ginger on Wheels saw some, I know too. I have this cable tie for whatever reason. The stem is wobbly, like pretty wobbly, I feel like. Like you can definitely fit a shim in there, like 2 or 3 millimeters of movement. And that's kind of annoying, but I guess it is what it is with this lock, and that's what you get for just over $1,000, right? Damn, so this is, I like this scooter. I love this scooter. Let's go fast. Now let's go back home. Oh, you saw that? It's very quiet as well. I feel like it's louder at lower speeds, like 5 or 6 miles an hour. You can hear it like whirring. And on startup, I guess, like when you throttle it. There's absolutely no deer out here. Yeah, I took that trail once down there. There's another one there. And it like popped out over there somewhere. Just right here. Let's take a look. Why not? Oh, jeez. It's so funky. Trying to see some deer, man. Squirrel. I think it does look around, no? There's no deer anywhere. Whoa, this is steep. Brakes put in work. For sure. And they do rub, like the rotors come. Wow, I knew it was gonna be wet and muddy. The rotors did come warped. One more than the other on both scooters, but they were warped. They were both warped. And you can't really hear them like rubbing right now because ooh, there's a deer. You can't hear them rubbing because they're so worn out. You want to see the deer? Oh no. Oh, it's right there. I hope y'all see it. Oh, he's got little horns. There's gotta be more around here, for sure. I love these forest preserves. come look at more deers. So creepy. Oh, great. No deer on here. I just want to get out now, actually. Ooh. This is cool. The river. Yeah. Ooh. We're falling. More the scooter. Oh, this is so cool, actually. I've never been over here. I think I'm gonna fill up the rest of my memory with this because it's taking me a little while to get back. Oh, yeah, the torque on this is pretty sweet. Dear. Whoa, that was cool. Let's go and see if it goes up this huge hill. Oh, that was cool. I don't think I would have made it with the scooter though. That was fun. Now I know I could do that there and other places. Why not? Yes, we are going the right way back, I believe. No, yeah. Oh yeah, that's where that lady was earlier. And oh, it's muddy. Heli. Oh, no way. I passed him by where? No gracious. Heli. Deer, man. The police. Sticks and rocks on this thing are insane. Like, you can feel them so easily, and it sucks. I don't remember if there were more. No, this is kind of going back now. Well, I do need to go back, right? This area feels like it's burned or something. This thing is nice. It's oh my god, it's fast enough. You know what I would want, but it only comes with more speed and obviously a higher price tag. But I'd want more range. more range. I know I could juice this like easily 20 miles, if not just over, which is pretty impressive because they claim 30 at like 150-pound rider, like no wind, going like at the slowest speed too, you know. And these are well, this one guy, I can't remember his name. He does like quick videos too, like kind of just to document like what is going on with the scooter. I know he's got a lot of miles on it, and he's taking these solid wheels off. I think his name starts with a D. It's like Dan something. I can't remember. But he took these solid wheels off, and he had issues. He had a fuse that blew in there, and actually I learned some stuff from him. I feel like the throttle is also like a little like short. I feel like mine, like the X7 went like a little further down. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to take those off. It went like a little further down. I think this only goes like a quarter way. The other one went like a little bit more than a quarter way, but less than half too, you know. Love these hills with this scooter. These open fields. It does pretty well on grass too. It's just the bumps, like I was saying. Let's go to the edge, you know, see what we can find. Oh, it does the 12 too. The 2 miles an hour. Ooh. What's over here? An entrance of some sort to somewhere? Can't get there with the scooter. Little shelter area for parties or whatever, or shelter. More things over there. See, look, path. Buddies. Well, we saw one here, right? At least. Another one. Saw something over there. Oh yeah, there's another one. I don't know if you guys can see it right behind this big tree. It's a little one. Yeah, it just dug down. Look at this one. They don't care. Deer are very like in their own world. Squirrels, see, like it's going towards the baby one. Looks like a baby, or at least young again. Right, mama? Oh, why are those green? It's actually kind of weird. I want to see. Come here. Oh, dang. Got some hops. Back to the scooter. 3 deer. Oh, these potholes. Let's see if we do find something. Let me ride along here so I don't get fucking run over. See if we scope out any more deer. Probably not. Huh? Hope so. Squirrel. Look at it. Look at it. Oh. Make myself a huequito con calma. Trail closed. Restoration in progress. Oh, there's a lot of garbage. What's that there? Oh, there's a skier. We're practicing for skiing. Okay. And we're back. Well, to the little river thing. This is kind of like my signal fish or something. Oh, I want to go over there. Leaving Forest Reserve property. Oh, okay. Let's check it out now because I haven't. But ow, ow, ow. I guess that concludes my view of the Varla Pegasus. I mean, I'm not gonna run it till the battery runs out, but I'm pretty much halfway, and 266 miles. I've ridden almost 10 miles. But yeah, nothing much has changed. This has lasted. I've read that these are really crappy and that they give out. But everything's been pretty solid. One other thing I actually don't like is that this caliper is like facing this way. I feel like this should be positioned differently. Maybe even on the bottom, I don't know, or up top, because it's almost the same distance as the wheel, so you hit it. I've ran into things like walls and stuff with this. You see it's kind of chipped, but crappy headlight. Dual spring suspension, kind of heavy, not gonna lie. 66 pounds is not light, but definitely does a burnout. Oh, and you can switch it from dual motor to single motor. So speed max is dual motor. Press and hold the back arrow and max comes off, which means you're at single motor, which is pretty slow, even for somebody. Well, kind of slow. Yeah, it's pretty slow. It's pretty slow. And then the hook, look, several uses, and it's already fading and stuff, but it's okay. Kind of seems like it has traction control. Because when I was doing that, it looked like the rear motor would kind of stop trying as much, and the front one kept going, and it was actually spinning. Let's take a quick look here though. But yeah, that pretty much concludes my review, if you want to call it that. Yeah, I'm gonna get past that probably. I have no idea where this leads to. I think I'm just gonna go back. Probably try this another time. Alright guys, well, thanks for tuning in.